At dusk, an elderly Japanese man, Mr. Sukiyama, watches children play.
Subtitles: Children don't believe us anymore. There wasn't an air raid. They always ask where it was.
Footage of bombed landscapes, black ink hurtles to a white background. Mr. Sukiyama opens his store and checks the stock.
We really held out for victory. If only we'd given up earlier, Tokyo wouldn't have been firebombed.
He uses a key-cutting machine. A calligraphy brush paints with black ink. Subtitle: Earth. An elderly man, Mr. Hoshino, views a map.
Subtitles: My motive for joining this movement was the city littered with bodies. Our house was around here. Most of the damaged areas were reduced to ashes.
The calligraphy brush writes the kanji for fire. An elderly woman, Mrs. Kyoka, stands on a bridge, holding a poster of bombers flying over the bridge on fire. She is subtitled.
The fire was blowing like a flamethrower. If we stayed here, we would have burned alive. So we followed my father's orders and descended the steps to the river. The line between life and death was paper thin.
Mrs. Kyoka shuffles along the bridge. On a park bench, Mr. Hoshino points at a colourful playground with his walking stick.
Mr. Hoshino says that whole area was corpses. The interviewer asks where the children are playing. Mr. Hoshino replies, yes, the whole area. Nobody talks about it. We're the only ones.
Inside, Mr. Sukiyama kneels on a cushion before a long scroll of names on a low bench.
He says, among the 100,000 people who died in the firebombing, we are the only town council that collected and enshrined all the names of the locals who died. I think we've done a wonderful thing. We don't have their remains or any keepsakes. There's nothing at all in the graves. It's our duty to take care of them.
The calligraphy brush writes the kanji for void. Outside a building, smoke billows from a large incense burner. Mourners offer flowers.
Mr. Hoshino says, Prime Minister Abe was just here. He said that even after 70 years we must never forget what happened. It's a lie. Japan has never done a thing to investigate the number or names of the dead.
Film title: Paper City.